What's up, guys? We're gonna have a little talk about this Resident Evil trailer. Welcome to Raccoon City, which is coming out in November 24th, I believe. There's a lot of negativity towards the trailer itself, and I don't really get it. Right now, there are people who are upset about our boy Leon coming up. Boom. Yeah, there you go. A lot of people upset about him and his casting. A lot of the comments I've seen are complaining and ragging on his looks and Jill. Alright, look, like, you've seen the channel, right? We've played. I've literally grown up with Resident Evil. It's like the first game I think I've ever beaten. But not Mario, nothing like that. Like, literally Resident Evil 2 was the first game I ever beat. And the portrayal of these characters, like in the series of Resident Evil movies that came out before these, I hated them. I hated the whole Alice thing. I hated it. And if you're a fan of the series, you know why. It's pretty much every character that was from the game, the people you grew up watching and stuff like that, they pretty much got they got backseated to Alice. Alice basically did everything they did, and they just sat around looking like assholes, which I thought was kind of corny, right? But that level of dislike that I have for it, and pretty much like the disdain that they showed a lot of the characters, I kind of became desensitized to seeing them in different media in different ways. So, like, you know, Leon used to look like this, and then he became this. Resident Evil 4 Leon, I didn't get a picture of him up. Leon looks vastly different. I mean, you can say, oh, his hair the same. The hair is similar, I guess, but he looks different. Of course, this is a completely different take on Leon, but I don't care. Like, I'm struggling to find emotion or some kind of disdain for him. I can't. I don't care. I don't. I've seen him. Leon has changed drastically throughout basically every single game he's been in. Some more pronounced than others. But I literally grew up with Leon looking like this for most of my life until 4 came out, right? That's how he looked. This was Leon. And now, what, 3 years ago? I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years ago, now he looks like this. And then you look at him in the other movies, he looks completely... Leon in the movies, the animated movies, looks nothing like this guy right here. Right? They look nothing alike. I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's not... I can understand, like, you want him to look a certain way, and if it really impacts your ability to enjoy the movie, I feel bad for you. I do. I mean, I can't empathize with you, or I can't, but I feel bad. But you're not talking to someone who's not versed in this series or anything like that, who has no who doesn't care. Like, I've seen all these people my whole life. I've grown up with them. Now there you go. The other thing I wanted to get to here is some of the CGI complaints. Right? Okay, like, they're not great. I don't think I've CGI. They showed I think there's 3 points. There's 2 dogs. There's Birkin, and I'm assuming one of his final forms. And then there's the liquor. I think the dogs, like that right there, that doesn't look fake, right? Now, it could be because of the editing. We don't really know. But the dogs don't look good. The practical effects look really good. I'll give it that. The practical effects look really good. Chris, Robbie and Mel, he looks alright. Alright, he doesn't look like Chris, right? But there's no complaints about that. The complaints about the 2 people who appear to be different races. Understandable, I guess, in terms of looks. Some people hating on Claire too. I really don't care. There's our first shot of Jill. Jill is supposed to be French French American and what, Japanese, right? Okay. That does that look like a French American Japanese woman? Do you right there? Huh? No. 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 And that's her actress right there, Hannah John Kamen. I've seen Killjoy. I don't know. I've heard of the show Killjoy. I've never seen it. I've heard some decent things about it. I know I've seen her before. I didn't see the Ant-Man movie and the Wasp. I have no interest in. I had no interest in those movies. I'm not gonna watch them. But she does not. I mean, she looks a little tanner, or darker in the shots here. It could be because, you know, the lighting or whatever. But in my opinion, I don't. Again, you're complaining about looks, and they're changing how they look. But, you know, Jill does not look. Jill looks different in every fucking game. They don't look the same person. This one and this one, this Jill is literally pale. She is paper. She's the color of fucking paper. She looks frostbitten. Now we know, of course, she was in the snow in that game, so maybe I could do something about it. But they don't look exactly the same. They don't. There's similarities. They don't look exactly the same. And then, you know, Lost in Nightmares Jill. This person and this person look nothing. No, they're not. They don't look damn near anything alike at all. So again, and then of course Jill has two looks in Resident Evil 5. We don't gotta go into that, right? We don't gotta go into that. My point is, these characters are not static. They change and everything. They don't look the same, rarely ever. So the complaints about the looks, I don't. Again, I hear you, right? I see you have a problem with it. As Neil McDonough, of course, as Birkin. He looks nothing like any Birkin we've ever seen. There's no complaints about him, though. Strange. That's fine, though. I love Neil McDonough as an actor. I like everything. Every time I see him in a movie, I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? I'll give it a shot. He's pretty cool. I like Neil McDonough. We got the Ashford twins there. G virus, the progenitor virus. I'm gonna leave a link to ROE, Residents of Evil. They the best Resident Evil information and coverage on YouTube. They're a great channel. They did an in-depth breakthrough. I think the director himself did an in-depth breakthrough. So yeah, we're not gonna go too into depth about some of the stuff. There's Wesker. He looks nothing like Wesker at all, but I don't probably, you know, he doesn't look crazy. These people were designed, these characters were originally designed in like what the 80s, the late 80s, the 90s. They looked funny. Wesker wearing shades indoors with a flat top makes no sense. He looks hilarious, but we grew up with it, right? But we know he looks stupid. It makes no sense, but it's okay. So right about here, this whole scene right here. Oh, not here. This is my favorite scene in the whole trailer. The mansion looks incredible. Incredible. I've literally, when I rewatched the trailer for the second time, I got hung up on this part. Just looking at it, because it's beautiful. Like it's picture perfect. It's amazing. They did an amazing job here with just capturing the mansion. It looks beautiful. My favorite part of the whole trailer. Another look at Jill. I mean, I don't, you know, there. Of course, the hair is different. Eye color is pretty much the same. They don't look terrible. You can complain and cry that they don't look like these people well, some of the you can complain that some of these people don't look like some of the characters, but I don't know like what reality you guys live in or whatever. Like people like they're not the same. These characters look different in every game. So you're complaining because she doesn't look like this, but this doesn't look like that, and that doesn't look like this, and this doesn't look like that. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? The uniforms look great. Did I wish she had the beret on? That would have been cool. Maybe she has it in one scene. I think the earliest we see her is in the helicopter, so I doubt she has it at all. It'd be cool. This scene right here, of course, iconic. Looked great. The practical effects, they look good. Practical effects can carry a movie, especially a horror movie. Anything they carry it like so well, and that means if the practical effects are good, that means usually the movie ages extremely well. Like the original, The Thing, John Carpenter's original Thing, the practical effects are incredible, especially for that time. You watch that movie now, there are scenes where it looks better. 2011, I don't remember when the remake came out. I feel like it wasn't that long. I feel like it was later than that, but the remake. There are times when the things are thinging around with people, and it looks funny because it looks fake. The practical effects in this one, they look good. The makeup, I gotta do some more digging to figure out like more about who's in charge of makeup and things like that. This looks good. I've seen this calling this the itchy tasty thing. Okay, Resident Evil exposition was handled in fucking notes in text in books, right? Your red notes. That's not a vehicle. That wouldn't translate in a movie. If every few minutes, Jill and Chris, Claire, she's finding it here for some reason, whatever. If every few minutes one of the characters has to open up a book and is reading it, just so you get the same exposition dump that you got from the game, it's dumb. Okay, it wouldn't work. It'd be the funniest movie ever. I'm really wishing they would do that now, because it would be a comedy. Every 5 minutes. Oh wait. Gotta read this book. Resident Evil, they thought that this perhaps could be a Crimson Head. Since we've seen the zombies a few times in the trailer, they don't seem to be running. This is the only zombie we've seen that does any kind of running or anything like that. Those are shambling. That's shambling. That's a difference. There's a difference there. They're not running, they're shambling. People are complaining about the how it looks, the budget. Like, okay, like this dog right here, this looks fake. Okay? That looks bad. In my opinion, that looks pretty bad. But again, this is at 0.7 at full speed, whatever. During the movie, you're watching it, it might look different. Right there, I'll give it to you. The dog looks bad. It's not great. Not a great dog. Not a great doggo. Got this going on. And then, of course, right? All right. This is clearly Birkin. The eyeballs, give it away. He looks awesome as a creature or like as a design, right? In terms of like realism in the movie, he doesn't look spectacular in my opinion, right? He's not terrible. Like I need to see him in the movie to make a final judgment or decision. Like he looks like an incredible Resident Evil monster, right? But he looks it looks a little funny, but it's not. I need to see the cuts because there's clearly going to be cuts between Leon and Claire running from him or whatever the hell's going on here. There's going to be cuts. I just need to see how it's edited, right? They don't use a lot of CGI in the trailer. There's a lot of practical effects in the trailer, and that's something that if you're into movies, even just beyond Resident Evil, if you're someone who watches movies and stuff like that, that kind of stuff will appeal to you. like the level of practical effects that they use. It's a lot. They're not just spamming. There's not Game of Thrones level, just like thousands of CGI zombies and shit like that. Like they're people. Like Walking Dead showed it off. Like if you have actual people, droves of people in makeup and costume and doing the effects and everything, it can look really good. And I think it looks really good. There we got with him. It's like Game of Thrones with the what the hell? I can't think of the name. What the dogs were called? The dire wolves. There you go. There were times when the dire wolves looked terrible, right? They looked really. You could tell like the budget was spent on the wolves, and then there are times where they looked neat. They looked okay. I need to see this. I need to see how to use the CGI and where it was used inside the movie, because people are you know they are laying down some serious cap talking about this looks like a fan made movie or something. Beyond me. I don't know what movie these people are watching. I think a lot of people, of course, are doing the whole. They're getting on the hype troll train. You know, one person says it, there's a few dislikes. Let me jump in there. Let me. You know, I definitely understand that a lot of people who are upset because of, again, how certain characters look. But in the end of the day, I didn't see a lot of this. I didn't see much from this that's making me as a damn near 20-something year fan of the series that I grew up with. I don't see enough there to be angry or upset. You know, I'm not. It's not working. I don't see it. I don't see it. We have Birkin Awakening there. And then we get our first look at the liquor. The liquor doesn't look bad. The liquor does not look. The liquor looks good. I'm not seeing it, man. I'm not seeing it. Some people are complaining about the story. You don't know the story, right? We don't know. It appears they're combining 1 and 2, but then we have references to the Ashford children. They haven't been shown, so I doubt they're gonna go Code Veronica on us. I don't see a lot of the where you could have an issue with. You know, I can't empathize with that point because I don't see it. You know, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. Like, people act as if this series was like the pinnacle of the some supreme writing and design and choices like that. Resident Evil 1 has some of the worst dialogue in a video game ever. Ever. It's bad. It's corny. It's bad. Okay, it happens. 2, there's gaps and pauses. There's things happen. People don't play these games. I guarantee most of you are not playing Resident Evil, the original 1 and 2 and 3. People haven't complained about 10 controls for all this time. No one's playing those games. You're playing the remakes. You're playing different stuff like that. You're coloring in what you remember with your nostalgia. Stuff is changing and swirling in your head. The dialogue are bad. It's bad. The storyline is funny. It's goofy. Resident Evil is a goofy ass series. It is. In the most serious moments, goofy shit happens. There's a level of suspension of disbelief in which it is required for you to enjoy the series normally. So I'm not getting these people who are acting as if Resident Evil just has this great track record, and especially with movies. Like, are you kidding me? The movies have been terrible in terms of just sticking to the games, because everyone complained that the series with Alice and stuff. They complained, like I did, that it kind of took the games and just like it took stuff from the games, but didn't follow it at all. They just put Alice in there and she took over the show, right? You're getting something here which they are painstakingly going out of their way to adhere to the games. Of course, there's all of a sudden Claire being having a conspiracy theorist, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Yeah, that's new. That's different. But it's not a whole new character is doing backflips and fighting zombies by ripping their heads off and throwing katanas. That's not happening, right? It's not that different. None of this stuff. Oh, we missed a Hunk. There's definitely Hunk in the beginning. Let's see. Yeah, there we got our first shot of Hunk there. It's not that bad. It's not. I feel like this. They at least went into this with an idea, an understanding about what the first two games were, or whatever, some of the universe or whatever, and they tried their own spin on it. But they also tried to keep it closer to the source material, because that's everyone complains about it. All the the live action Resident Evil stuff, everyone complains that it doesn't follow the exact same path. This from the one trailer they've showed us, this looks like they followed a lot. They changed some things because narratively some things don't translate. Like the exposition of Resident Evil again is given through reading books and notes and letters. That doesn't work in a movie, especially a action/horror movie. It doesn't work. So yeah, as far as the trailer goes, I'm pretty much done with that. I was looking for information on Barry because I didn't see anyone who could visibly be Barry, and then I wondered, of course, Ada, who plays one of the most major players in Resident Evil 2, and I couldn't. She wasn't in the trailer, so I did some more information, I did some more digging, and I found out that she is in the movie, and she's being played by Lily Gao. That's her right there. And if we're gonna be fair, she doesn't look like this, right? Doesn't like that. But again, this person doesn't look like this person, and that person look nothing alike. That person and this person. Some people say all Asian people look alike. Yeah, they don't. They don't, because this person and that one, this one and that one, no. She it's like they remembered she's supposed to be Asian. That like I think they forgot. They forgot in designing her that she's supposed to be an Asian woman. She looks Latina here. And of course the OG Ada right there. I mean, but Lily doesn't like any of these. She doesn't like any of them at all. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Another trailer or something would be cool. Maybe a shorter one. I feel like they showed a lot. They showed a lot in this trailer. If you know the series, the games or whatever, you don't need you don't need a lot more, because you know what the story is. We all know what the story is, right? How they're gonna weave it together, I'm interested in seeing that. Is Resident Evil 1 like is the typical story, or RE1, is that gonna happen congruently as RE2? Because there is a scene towards the end of the trailer in which Chris is in his RE1 Stars gear and he's talking to Claire. And the way the editing, I don't think Claire's here. But look at the red on his face, right? It's red there. It's like a red light. It's red. Yeah, you see, their face is red. It's like a similar red light is here on Chris's face. So, my idea possibly they could be. I think RE1 and 2 are happening congruently in this movie. That's my theory. How that could happen? I mean, they could just make it so that the virus spread quicker. And simple as that. I mean, it spread really quick. The outbreaks and stuff. It happened very quickly in the game. Not as quickly as that it could be happening at the same time, but quickly. They can stretch that out. I'm trying to find the scene. I don't remember when it happened. I don't want to keep skipping ahead because I feel like it was like a split second. That must have been much earlier. But yeah, we both know. We all know. We saw the scene. Chris is talking to Claire. And he's telling her we gotta get the fuck up out of here. Can't find it. I'm not sure who this person's. I'm sure someone can correct. I'm not sure who this person is supposed to be. Is he supposed to be the? I forgot his name. Was he a reporter? I don't remember who the hell he was. The guy who was in the jail, who that Ada said was her boyfriend. He clearly, we know that what that was about. Yeah, we got Chief Irons there, another great actor. I'm really getting annoyed I can't find this fucking scene. I feel like I just saw it. Okay. We're just padding out time here pretty much. I mean, yeah, I'm going to send a link to ROE. You can check out their breakdown. They went more in depth. Yeah, they went way more in depth than I did. Or the director himself. Or herself. Johannes. I think it's Johannes. Yeah, Johannes Roberts. You can check out what he did. I thought I had a sneeze coming. Bless me, I did have a sneeze coming. Rated R. So yeah, I personally, I'm a fan of good practical effects. I see good practical effects here. I don't see what a lot of people are complaining about, and it could be the whole vocal minority thing, because you look at it's 18,000 likes, 4,000 dislikes. Again, likes, dislikes don't really matter. Engagement is what matters. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I think people are just anxious to seem funny or the troll or whatever, and I'm not disregarding everyone's feelings towards it, of course. Like, again, I said, if you literally looking at Leon puts you in some kind of physical pain where you just can't even process anything else, you can't look at it, I feel sorry for you. I really do. But me as an RE veteran, whatever you want to call it, I'm good. It's another interpretation. This is just another interpretation of these characters. That's it. Like, if you like old Leon, you like the 2-bit looking Leon, you like those characters, you like this era. Guess what? It's still there. So is this one. So is that one. These games, right? These characters, they don't vanish. They don't leave. You're not gonna find people in real life who look just like these people, who want to, who are doing these movies. It's not gonna happen. It's not. If you want to look just like that, then watch more animated movies, bro. I don't know what to tell you. You gotta understand, like, these characters, they're not, they're not set in stone. They change There's different iterations of them. I hated how Chris looked in Resident Evil 7. I hated it. Like, plain and simple, I hated how he looked. I hated it. It grew on me. It was like, whatever. Chris, the remake, Ari remake Chris, it threw me off. I was like, oh, what? For a little bit, it threw me over a bit. Then he appears in 5, and, he looks completely different. I never had a problem. I was like, okay, cool. It makes, I guess, he, Code Veronica, he's throwing down with Wesker. He wants to get beef up. He wants to be beefed up so he can try to fight with him. Whatever. But, yeah, man. I am cautiously excited. Again, I haven't seen much from this trailer that put me on guard, on edge like some people, and I'm happy for that. But yeah, we'll keep our ears up. This comes out right before Lazy's birthday, and we're supposed to be hanging out for his birthday in the city, so maybe we might go see it there. We'll see. But yeah, that's gonna be it.